Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Mathmola. Today we discuss the pair of linear equation in two variables. Let's start. Now what is pair of linear equation? Linear equation means the highest power of variable of an equation is 1. Then the equation is called linear. Then in two variables. Now what is the meaning of two variables? In equation there is two variables like xy, uv, st, ab, like this. There is two variables in an equation. Pair of linear equation means there is one pair of equations like a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 is one of the linear equation because the highest power of x and y are two variables and the highest power of x and y are 1. That is, this equation is linear and two variables, that means there is two variable x and y, so this is linear equation in two variables. And there is another equation, that is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. That means there is one pair of linear equation in two variables, so this is called pair of linear equation in two variables. Since there are two equations, so it must be a solution. Now what is solution? Solution means the value of variables, that means the values of x and y which is satisfying these two equations. Okay, the value of x and y which is satisfying these two equations is called solution of this equation. Now this pair of linear equation is called simultaneous linear equation or a system of linear equation. For this system of linear equation there is a solution or infinitely many solutions. For existing the solutions of this pair of linear equation or this system of linear equation, we can divide the system in two types. First is consistent system. Now what is consistent system? The system if the pair of linear equation has at least one solution, then the system is called consistent system. If it has at least one solution. Okay, now at least one solution means a system of linear equation, it has unique solution or infinitely many solutions. Now second type is inconsistent system. Now what is inconsistent system? If a system of pair of linear equation it has no solution, then the system is called inconsistent system. So it has no solutions. If it has no solution, then the system of linear equation is called inconsistent system. We can represent the pair of linear equation in two types. One is algebraically and another is graphically representation. Now what is algebraically? Algebraically means when we represent the equation in this form, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, then the representation is called algebraic representation of system of linear equations. Okay. Now second representation is graphically representation. And graphically means when we plot these two equations in a graph, then this representation is called graphical representation of system of linear equation. If we plot the pair of linear equation in graph, then there three possibilities can happen. Number one, intersecting. The lines can be intersect each other, and two lines like this intersect each other, or it may be like this, or it may be like this, intersect each other. Okay. And second possibility is parallel. Parallel lines means two lines is called parallel lines if they are not intersect each other. Okay. And third possibility is coincident, when a line overlap to another line. Okay, when a line overlap to another line, then the lines is called coincident lines. Now how can we know two lines are intersecting to each other or parallel to each other or coincident to each other? Now what is the condition? The condition is the two linear equation or two lines intersect to each other if the ratio of the coefficient of x is not equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y. If the ratio of coefficient of x is not equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y, then the lines are intersect to each other. Okay. And parallel lines, the lines are parallel when the ratio of the coefficients of x is equal to the ratio of the coefficients of y, but they are not equal to the ratio of constant terms. Ratio of the coefficients of x is equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y, but they are not equal the ratio of the constant term. Then the lines are parallel lines. Now coincident lines. So when the lines are coincident, if the ratio of the coefficient of x is equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y is equal to the ratio of the constant term. That means when the ratio of the coefficient of x is equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y is equal to the ratio of constant term, then the lines are coincident to each other or overlap to each other. Okay. Now consistent system. Consistent system means it has at least one solution. That means when the line intersect like this, the intersecting point is a solution of these equations. The lines intersect each other exactly at one point. That means there is an unique solution when the lines are intersecting. Now, when the lines are parallel, that means like this, there is no intersection point. That means there is no solution. If the lines are intersect each other, then there exists a solution. If they are not intersecting, then there is no solution. So, in consistent system, it has no solutions. That means the lines are parallels. Okay? And coincident. Coincident means a line overlap to other line. That means all points are intersecting point on this line. So there is infinitely many solutions or infinitely many intersecting points. So when two lines are coincident, there is infinitely many solutions, and this system is also consistent system. For consistent system, there is two types of lines. One is intersecting, another coincident. And in consistent system, that means there is one type of lines that is parallel. That's it. Now we solve some important sums from the book Addition Mark, exercise 3.1. Now we solve sum number 1. Akhila went to a fair in her village. She wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel and play hoopla. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Each ride cost rupees 3 and the game of hoopla cost rupees 4. If she spent rupees 20 in the fair, represent this situation algebraically and graphically. That means we have to find out two linear equations and represent these two linear equations in algebraically and graphically. Okay. So first we let the number of rides on the giant wheel be x and the number of time of played hoopla be y. From the first condition, the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Okay. Now according to problem, number of played hoopla is y. So y is equals to half of x. This implies 2y is equals to x multiplied 2 into y. It can be written x minus 2y equal to 0. Now from the second condition, each ride cost rupees 3 and a game of hoopla cost rupees 4. And if she spent rupees 20 in a fair, that means according to problem, the cost of rides, that is 3 into x. The number of rides is x and the cost for one ride is 3. That is total cost of rides is 3 into x. And the cost for playing hoopla, that is 4 into y. And the total cost is 20. Now this is equals to, can be written 3x plus 4y equals to 20. Okay. Now the question is represent this situation algebraically. So algebraically representation of this situation, algebraically representation x minus 2y equal to 0 and another equation is 3x plus 4y equals to 20. That's it. Now we represent the situation in graphically. For graphically representation, first we find out the table. That means the coordinate of some point on these lines. This is 1 and this is 2. Now from first equation, y is equals to, can be written 1 by 2x, and the table will be x and y. If we put the value of x is 2, then 1 by 2 into 2, that is 1, then the value of y will be 1. If we put the value of x is 0, then the value of y will be 0. If we put the value of x is 4, then the value of y will be 2. Then we get the coordinates, that means 2, 1, 0, 0 and 4, 2. Okay? And for the second equation, from 2, first we write the variable y in terms of x from this equation, then we find the table. If we write the y in terms of x, then it will be 4y is equals to 20 minus 3x. That implies y is equals to 20 minus 3x by 4. Okay, now the table x and y. Now look, if we put 0 for x, then it will be 20 by 4, that is 5. If we put the value of x is 4, that is 3 into 4, that is 12, 20 minus 12, that is 8, 8 by 4, that is 2. If x is equals to 4, then y equals to 2. Now if we put x is equals to 8, then 8 3s are 24, and 20 minus 24, that is minus 4, minus 4 by 4, that is minus 1. Now we get a table for these two equations. Now we plot this coordinate in graph and we find the graphical representation of these two equations. The horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. And the intersecting point of these two axes is origin. We plot these points on the graph. The first point for the first equation, this is 2, 1. Now x equals to 1, 2 and y equals to positive 1. That is. And the second point, second coordinate, this is 0, 0. This is origin. And the third point, 4, 2. 4, comma 2. X equals to 4 and y 2. That is 1, 2. There. Now we join these three lines and we get a line which is represent the first equation. Now we draw the second line. First coordinate 0, 5. X 0, y positive 5. That is this one. And the second 4, comma 2. X 4, y 2. That is this one. And the third is x 8, y minus 1. X 8, y minus 1. Now we join these 3 points for equation 1 and this is for equation 2. And this is the graphical representation of these two equations or this situation. That's it. Now we solve sum number 2. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Is not this interesting? Represent this situation algebraically and graphically. So, we find out two linear equations from these two conditions and represent these two equations in algebraically and graphically. Okay. The first we let the present age of Aftab be x years and the present age of his daughter be y years. Okay. Now the first condition, 7 years ago, that means before 7 years. Before 7 years, Aftab's age was x minus 7 years and his daughter age was y minus 7 years. Now, according to problem, I was 7 times as old as you. That means Aftab's age was 7 times of his daughter's age. That means x minus 7 is equals to 7 times of y minus 7. Now solve it. We get x minus 7 is equals to 7y minus 7 7 is 49. Now this equals to x minus 7y, take it in left side, plus 42 equal to 0. The second condition, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. That means after 3 years, Aftab says will be x plus 3 years because the present age is x and after 3 years that means x plus 3 years. And his daughter says will be y plus 3 years. According to problem, the after's s is 3 times of his daughter's s. Now according to problem, x plus 3 is equals to 3 times of y plus 3. Now we solve it, we get x plus 3 is equals to 3y plus 9. Now x minus 3y is equals to 9 minus 3, that is 6. Okay, so algebraically representation is x minus 7y plus 42 is equals to 0. This is number 1. And the second, x minus 3y equals to 6, and this is second. That's it. Now we represent these two equation or this situation in graphically. Now first we find out the table for this equation. Now from first, express y in terms of x plus 42 equals to 7y, that is y equals to x plus 42 by 7. Now we find a table. Now for x equals to 0, then the value of y will be 42 by 7, that is 6. Now for x equals to minus 7, then minus 7 and 42, it will be 35. 35 by 7, that is 5. If we put x is equals to 7, then 42 plus 7, that is 49. 49 by 7, it will be 7 also. Now from the second equation, x minus 3y equals to 6, this is 3y is equals to x minus 6. This implies y equals to x minus 6 by 3. For x equals to 0, y will be minus 6 by 2, that is minus 2. Now for x is equals to 3, it will be 3 minus 6, that is minus 3 by 3, that is minus 1. And for x equals to 6, y will be 6 minus 6, 0 by 3, that is 0. Now we get two tables for the coordinate of these two lines. Now we represent these two lines in graphically. Now we plot this coordinate in this graph. The first one is 0, 6, x 0 and y 6. That means this point. And second, minus 7, 5, x minus 7, that means this point, and y 5. So this point. Second point, x equals to 7 and y equals to 7 also. X equals to 7 means this, and y equals to 7, this point. Okay, now we join these lines. And the next line, 0, minus 2, x 0, y minus 2, that is this point. And then x 3, y minus 1, x 3, y minus 1 will be this point. And 6, y 0, so this point. Join these 3 points, you get this is clearly representation. Okay, that's it. Now we solve sum number 5. On comparing the ratios and without drawing them, find out whether the lines intersect at a point or parallel or coincide for this given equation. Comparing with general equation of linear equations, a1 is equals to 5, b1 equals to minus 4, and c1 equals to 8, and a2 is equals to 7, b2 equals to 6, and c2 equals to minus 9. Now find out the ratio a1 by a2, this is 5 by 7, and b1 by b2, this is minus 4 by 6. Now cancel them, we get minus 2 by 3, and c1 by c2, this equals to 8 by minus 9. Now look, these three ratios are not equal. That means a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, or it is not equal to c1 by c2. Now from the first condition, if the ratios of the coefficient of x is not equal to the ratios of the coefficient of y, then we can say the lines are intersecting. So this given the lines are intersecting line. Now for number 2, similarly comparing the general equation, we get a1 is equals to 9, b1 is equals to 3, c1 equals to 12, a2 equals to 18, b2 equals to 6, c2 equals to 24. Now find the ratios a1 by a2 is equals to 9 by 18, this equals to, you can write 1 by 2. Again the ratio b1 by b2, that is 3 by 6. Again we can write 1 by 2, cancel them. and C1 by C2, this is equals to 12 by 24. Again we cancel them, we can write 1 by 2. Now look, these three ratios are 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. That means they are equal. A1 by A2 is equals to C1 by C2. Since the ratios are equal, therefore the lines are coincide to each other. Okay. Now we solve sum number 3. Similarly, comparing the general equation, A1 equals to 6, B1 equals to minus 3, C1 equals to 10, and A2 is equals to 2, B2 is equals to minus 1, C2 equals to 9. Now find the ratios. 6 by 2, this is 3, B1 by B2, this equals to minus 3 by minus 1, that is also 3. Now C1 by C2 is equals to 10 by 9. Now look, the ratios A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2. They are equal 3 and 3, but the ratio of constant term is not equal. If the ratio of coefficient of x is equal to the ratio of coefficient of y but does not equal to the ratio of constant term, then the lines are parallel to each other. Therefore, the lines are parallel. That's it. In the next class, I will discuss solving the simultaneous linear equations by graphical method. If you like this video, don't forget to do like, share and comment. And if you newcomers in my channel, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.